Tell me about what you're doing here.
Hi, I'm doing a promotion tour for a recently funded company that is doing these bars. It's Pumba Food, and we are producing upcycled food. And well, this is our energy bar, which uses insect protein as a protein source.
Now, I want to be very fair to you because you've invited me to talk to you.
Okay.
When I hear you say that these are insect bars, I have a natural reflex to gag. I think there's a human evolutionary reaction to things that historically have caused us sickness. That's why when we see maggots, we almost throw up. It's nature's way of saying, don't eat that. That's bad. Why would you want people to eat insects? I just make your best case for what I think is an astonishing proposition.
Well, the thing is, I don't know if it is really an instinct or if it's just learned behavior that we have an aversion against these insects or against spiders or anything. Because in other parts of the world, especially in Africa and Asia, many people eat many kinds of insects. And so maybe we just need to get used to it.
Now, you said the word should. Maybe we should get used to it. Why wouldn't we eat beef and chicken and fish and vegetables? Why should we? Should is sort of a moral word. It is something we ought to do. If we can eat chicken and beef and fish and vegetables, why are you saying we should eat insects?
Well, it's not in every occasion that we can have beef and cattle and pigs and chicken. For example, if there are a few resources in water, or if the food distribution for hay and stuff that these animals that we mentioned before need, then it can be challenging, and then it can be easier to just feed the worms or the insects with some things that are very easy to store. Or if you want to take the example that we will go to other planets and we will conquer Mars, for example, if we want to take pigs and cows with us to Mars, it will be difficult because of the space and because they need a lot of room. And you can basically put an insect into the fridge, put it down to 5 degrees, and then wake it up again once you arrived. And so that's why it can be more convenient to base our nutrition on insects than on mammals.
I have to tell you, your example is so extreme and fantastical and hypothetical because although Mars is in the news because Elon Musk is shooting rockets into space, we haven't landed on Mars, we haven't colonized Mars. That's such an obscure reason why. You're selling these or you're giving these away today. What is your moral rationale for eating bugs today in 2025?
Well, not really a moral thing. It's just a possibility. It got allowed in the European Union in 2022 and in Switzerland shortly after 4 kinds of insects that can be used in human nutrition. And so why not doing it? It's a sustainable way to produce food, and so why not doing it? I mean, nobody is obliged to do it, and so far many people can afford beef and chicken, so yes, feel free to eat it, but at some point it can be possible that it will be too expensive to buy these for people, and so they have another opportunity to consume animal protein with for a less price.
Now, if I may, can I look at this?
Sure, please.
So on the front it says energy, cocoa, cashew, performance, Pumba, upcycled food. I don't see the word insect. Share the flavor.
Yeah.
And so if I were, like that lady just came by, that says contains insect protein, but...
You see it in bold letters?
Where?
There. This is the...
Cashew nusa?
No, the lower one here.
Alphitobius diaperinus.
Exactly.
No one, I put it to you, not 1 in 1,000 people knows what that means. I don't think the words insects or bugs, you call it upcycled food.
Yep.
I'll bet you €100.
Would you like to try an energy bar?
Yes.
It's made with insect protein as a protein source. And here's the way to our web shop. You can order online. We are so far not in retail.
How much sugar is in there?
Plenty. It's an energy bar. So like 16 gram.
Yeah. I'll try it. Thanks.
Go ahead, enjoy it.
That container says insect protein, but the word insect protein, I don't see it on the wrapper.
Well, it's Alphitobius diaperinus.
But no one here knows what Alphitobius diaperinus means.
Well,
Do you know what Alphitobius diaperinus means?
Sorry, what?
Yeah, exactly.
Do you want to try an energy bar? It's made with insect protein as a protein source.
Oh, that actually sounds healthy.
Yeah, it's very healthy. It has a very good amino acid
But
profile.
it says Lufthansa, right?
What again?
Somewhere? It says somewhere
Lufthansa just because this is
I thought it's a greenwashing.
Yeah.
So that's actually cool.
yeah.
Are you going to try it?
Yeah.
Can you try it right now? I want to see what you think of it.
You want to see my face expression?
I want to see if you like it or not.
You could have not told me that it's insects, right?
No, I tell everyone because it's a new feature, the insect protein, and
yeah.
people sometimes have an adverse reaction. So
So doesn't
I
I'll
tell
get
them-
some of...
no, it's very tasty and it's very healthy.
I'm kidding. Okay. So I've been following this for a while now.
Okay.
It's alright. Like those protein bars.
Yeah.
A bit tasteless.
We have a protein bar in our web shop, which has a lot more protein content. So this is the energy bar, but the protein of this bar is also from insect.
And you asked me what it means, and I don't know. Pumba?
Pumba is the name of our brand.
Oh, okay.
Is that from the Lion King, the creature that ate insects?
Exactly. Exactly.
You're winding him up.
Well, what do you think of it? So you had a bite.
No, just kidding.
Are you going to finish it, or have you had enough?
So, because this is not to sugarcoat things, right? So in general, those bars are not super tasty, right? Regardless if it's insects or whey protein. And this one is the same. It's not the most tasty thing on the planet. But if I had to choose, I don't mind actually going for insects. Thanks, man.
Yeah, you're welcome. Have a nice day.
Likewise.
All right. Well, there you have it, a real-life taste test. The lad says it's not particularly good, not particularly bad. He eats the bugs. Is there a rule in Switzerland or the European Union or anywhere in the world that insect, here it says contains insect protein, that's very clear to understand, but that is not written on the bar.
Of course, in compliance with all the rules.
Okay, but what are the rules? Do you, like, you are telling people verbally that there's bugs in here, but the wrapper does not say that. Is there a rule in Switzerland that it has to be disclosed in a conspicuous way?
If it were so, then it would be written there. But it's not written there, so it's not necessary.
So I mean, you're being very candid, and I see it there. But if you were to sell this somewhere, if they didn't know what Alphitobius diaperinus meant, they wouldn't know. They just wouldn't know.
Yeah, probably not.
What kind? Now I don't know my genus and species that well. What kind of bug is that?
It's like a mealworm. It's a small form of mealworm.
Do you eat these in your own life, in your own private life?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's a new thing, you know. It's not that we have grown up with insects. Not in this part of the world, as I mentioned before. It's another part of the world where they eat up to 500 different kinds of species of insects. Just in the Western world, this is a new phenomenon, and so for me too. I also only 1 or 2 years ago started consuming it, but for me it's already something normal. Yeah.
Now, in some parts of the world, people are extremely poor, and they're even starving. I'll tell you, if I was starving, if it was a matter of life and death, I would eat whatever was not poisonous to survive. But as societies get wealthier, they don't have to eat extreme foods. I'm just trying to understand the rationale. And I mean, I've listened to everything you said. And by the way, I very much appreciate you talking to me, because I'm a critic and I'm a skeptic. So I am listening carefully to what you have to say. But so far what I'm hearing is it's convenient if we go to Mars. We may not have beef and chicken, so this is an alternative. And in some very poor parts of the world, they eat bugs. Are there other arguments for it?
As I mentioned before, you need a lot of resources to to produce 1 kilogram of beef or pig meat. You need thousands of liters of water, Whereas with this you need maybe 15 liters of water. So it's a lot less resources that you need, and you don't need fresh pastry. You can use old bran from the mill that is a leftover from the milling process. Would you like to try? Please come.
Sure.
It's a protein or energy bar made with insect protein.
That's great.
Yeah. Use the
Um,
way to our
um,
web shop.
And this
you
is
can order online.
and I would say this is the right place to offer this, because here when you walk so much, you get into the meetings, you have so much of muscle exercise, brain exercise. At the time you are offering such a energy kind of a chocolate, it's a great gesture.
You will very quickly get rid of your muscle pain because it's a big energy resource.
But that's nice. That's nice.
Enjoy
One
it.
for my friend also.
Can I ask you, sir?
Yeah.
Can I ask you if you would taste it on camera and tell me what you think?
Yeah, I can do that if you want.
Now, did you hear him say that there's insects in that?
I didn't hear that.
Okay, that's
What I said it.
I joined late actually. I don't know.
I said it's an energy bar with insect protein as a protein source.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
how do you feel about that?
That's funny.
Now, would you try it?
I think I won't.
I am skeptical as well. Can I ask why you won't eat the bugs?
So of course, I mean, if it is coming up with insects, that's not a thing which we really expect that, because this is something we are here for. We want to conserve the planet, but not by killing the insects. That's not what we really expect from this. No.
All right, good luck. Thanks for talking with me.
¿Qué insecto lleva?
Es una hormiguita o it's a worm. It's the buffalo worm.
Ah, okay.
¿Van a probar?
Yes.
Will you try it here? Can I watch you try it?
Yes, of course.
Por el QR code van a
Did you hear what's in it?
Yeah.
You heard it's an insect in it. It's made from worms.
What?
I didn't hear you. Muy rico.
Lo combinamos con el mate, perfecto.
Perfecto. Son en Argentina, ¿no?
Did you hear what it's made with?
Is with coconut.
Sí.
¿Lo abrí, boluda?
Tener en la misma.
O sea, puede tener contaminación glutatoria, pero esto...
It's made with insects.
Okay.
¿Vos también?
It's
Okay.
with worms.
Okay. Let me see.
That's what he told me. Will you? This is. Have you tried it yet?
Wanna try?
How does it taste?
Very nice.
It's
Did you hear what it's made from?
insect?
And you're fine eating insects?
No.
No.
Nothing.
Well, you're doing that now.
It's like chocolate.
Yes.
So how do you feel about eating insects?
No.
Well, you're doing it.
It's like chocolate.
Okay, so that's how it tastes. But you're fine eating insects.
No. Nothing.
Te pregunto si tipo, estás bien comiendo insectos.
How do you like it?
Yes, I like it.
Do you like the insects?
It's stranger, but I like. I don't know what is the say word.
Feels like, you know, the I don't know the name, the like dátiles.
¿Cómo se dice dátiles?
So you guys love insects. You'll eat the bugs.
Yes.
All right, they'll eat. You heard it. They'll eat the bugs.
So will you try it?
I won't, but I'm grateful for your time, and I thank you for letting me interview.
Please come closer. It's an energy bar. Yes, of course. It's an energy bar made with insect protein as a protein source.
Insect
Insect protein, the buffalo worm. Whole buffalo powder is in there.
Whoa.
Are you brave enough to try it?
Of course.
Of course. Well,
Of course.
let's see you. I'd like your review, a food review.
Okay. I'm very much vegetarian.
Well, are vegetarians allowed to eat insects?
I don't know. I would try now.
Wow.
And my partner's looking very funny at me from there.
Would you like to try an energy bar?
Good.
Enjoy it.
Good.
So, are you willing to leave vegetarianism behind to eat the bugs?
I'm not sure.
Well,
But
you
maybe-
just did, actually.
maybe. I would try for sure.
All right, there you have it. So far, 7 people like the bugs, 1 person refuses.
Das ist eine Energieriegel mit Insektenprotein als Proteinquelle. Wir haben mehr Informationen hier auf dem Flyer und Sie können sie auch in unserem Webshop bestellen. Das wird in Zürich hergestellt, also Sie können auch bestellen, dann schicken wir es zu.
Okay.
Gerne. Ciao.
All right. I didn't have enough German to speak with him, but he might eat the bugs. Well, I mean, each to their own. I live in a country where not only I'm from Canada, not only is marijuana legalized, but so are many hard drugs. And if people can use hard drugs paid for by the government, surely they can eat the bugs. But my one concern with you, my friend, which I've shared with you, is I don't think that there's sufficient disclosure on here to let people know what they're getting into. That's just my concern. I know that has nothing to do with you, but I don't think 1 in 1,000 people knows that Alphitobius diaperinus is a bug.
Yeah, I mean, I understand you, but I think there's a very good legal system in Switzerland, which is very.
No, I'm not asking you to challenge. I'm just saying I think it's very
Okay,
inconspicuous.
from that point of view. Okay, yeah, okay.
Can I ask you?
I understand it, and
I'm not saying this is illegal.
I really think that probably many people still think like you, but I think also it's a trend that it's picking up more and more speed. And we are here on the forefront because there are not so many producers of insect-based food so far, but we are here and we are showing it to the world.
In Canada, our government gave millions of dollars to an insect farm called Aspire. They later shut down. Who is funding Pumba? Is it a government? Is it an NGO? Who's behind Pumba insect bars?
I am not the founder of the company, so I'm not that much in the topic, but I think it's private investors.
I have one last question. What does upcycled food mean? I haven't heard that word before.
Upcycled is the bran and the milling process that we use to feed the insects.
Okay.
So otherwise would be either burned and turned into gas because it's a leftover that can't be used for producing flour, or we use it to feed it to the worms, and they.
So you're saying you're feeding the worms something that would otherwise be waste. Is that what you're saying?
Exactly.
All right. Well, you've been very helpful. You've answered all my questions with an eerie calm. You're absolutely calm. And, those happy faces don't lie. Those kids seem to like the bugs. That Sikh gentleman, he didn't hear you when you said insects. He didn't hear you.
You heard that he didn't hear me.
Well, I asked him. I said, "Did you hear?" And so that's my worry: is that someone will not knowingly eat the bugs.
Yeah. Okay. It can happen.
Well, it can happen if it's not labeled.
Yeah. I mean,
are insects halal?
I think halal only is working with mammals, or
I don't know either.
I also don't know. I'm sorry, but halal. I'm not firm with the topic of halal.
Okay, I was just curious. I don't think it's kosher.
Yeah. Well,
maybe I'm wrong on that. I don't know my kosher rules that well either. Well, listen, thanks again for talking with me. And one of the criticisms of the World Economic Forum is that they eat fancy 5-star meals and they tell ordinary people to eat the bugs, as Klaus Schwab would pronounce it. But here you are, and people seem to be willingly eating the bugs. So I'm slightly more confused than I was before, but I'm grateful to you. Thanks very much.
Okay, it was my pleasure, and enjoy your time at the Economic Forum.
Thanks. What's your name?
Clemens.
Clemens, good to meet you.